that, but
Kurt and my girl.
not Rashida.
Nah,
Oh,
Kurt Russell and
oh,
thing.
Kurt. Well, they no. I just like
What's her name?
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie.
Yeah, telling
Hey,
you.
if it work, it work. I
Yep.
mean, after so long, depending on what state you are, depending on what state that you reside, it's gonna
Common
be
law.
yeah, it's gonna be a hitch anyway. So it
But
is
I
what
don't
it
even
is.
want to live together. I would literally want to be boyfriend girlfriend phase. You have your apartment, you spend the night, but like if we need a couple of days, you busy, like I'm totally good with a boyfriend.
Shirley Ralph and her senator husband. They live separate for up 10 years, see each other when they do. She lives out here, he live out there on the East Coast. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all kind of, listen, the way folks is defining their relationship, girl, whatever is clever. Me, I'm more of a traditional heifer. I need him here and monogamous.
Well, yeah, no, I
And
want monogamy, but we can have our own places. We get to be boyfriend and girlfriend forever.
look, I need him here, monogamous, traditional like me, somebody who only likes me, not nothing else, no other letter, not no, just me. Because listen, he don't need nothing else. Please believe me. But listen, I think it's more confusing for the children when children are involved, right? Young children, I should say, because in the case of Kyle and Mauricio, they kids are pretty much grown. And the way that Portia's treated, she already spending nights out and doing her thing. So pretty much she grown. She's a junior in high school. And the way that they treat kids nowadays, shit, no telling how long she been quote unquote grown and not coming home at night. So, oh Lord, I just want folks to just relax your loins. P is gonna be there for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be there. Trust. Just discretion and just wait. That's all. Just wait. Anywho, I think we tore that horse down, didn't we?
We did.
So
We
speaking of
did.
Kyle, girl, she
Yep.
go over to Maurice. Can't even say it. Kyle visits Mauricio's rental. Kyle
Hmm.
feels further away. Wait, what should I say? Oh, Kyle feels further away, potentially when she and wait a minute. What? See, this is what happens when you voice chat your doggone thoughts. Kyle feels. Oh, she feels that her and Mauricio's agreement wasn't adhered to because he was supposed to let her know after his 6 month sabbatical what he was gonna do, but yet still he did it anyway without telling her. And so she feels a little in her confessional, this is what she's saying, but in his face, she's saying something else. All in all, I believe she wants that man to say, I'm sorry for everything I've done to embarrass you and his family. I'm sorry that I didn't put you first. I'm back in this with you. Let's go. I think that's what she waiting on.
I honestly got the feeling about a little bit about that too, because I feel like because the relationship with Morgan clearly didn't work out, she actually is looking at him again like, what's going to happen with us? Because it's not so easy out there, you know? And remember before, even when I think she still was kind of involved with Morgan, she was talking about how it really hurt her that he didn't fight for her better. And it's
Mhm.
actually, I think she's looking at him like, you just really wanted to get out there so you could spread your seed. Not literally. I don't think he wants any more children, but you know what I mean. And and yeah, but it's like, which is interesting because I'm like, I think there was a period of time where you were basically giving Mo like no possibility of reconciliation. And it sure seems to me like he's moved on because he's really loving the fact that he is uh really enjoying his excuse me. He's really enjoying being single. Now the tables have turned.
I mean, to the point where he's asking her, is she dating? And she's like, no, as if it's such a foreign concept. And
Well,
she didn't even want to discuss him dating. Ain't that nothing?
no, he said to her, you should be, maybe get overwhelmed with passion enough that you're seen making out on the street. And she was like, oh, how cute, I don't want to talk about this with you. Like, ew, like you're wishing, that somebody's over you when they're wishing that you could have what they're doing, kind of
Right.
thing.
And she ain't over him because she didn't even want to entertain the thought that he's wanting her to do what he's doing.
Yep.
That's what
So
I'm saying. She want him to say what I said.
I
I
think so
truly
too.
believe that she wants that man and she wants that man back.
I think so. It seems like it, at least this season. It didn't seem like it before, but it does this season.
Because regardless if it's Morgan, uh, uh, or Cary Grant, whoever it may be, she doesn't want that. She wants her husband. I would have been pulled that trick, especially if I'm putting somebody else in the limelight, if I'm making this other person my love interest, not just for a video, you best believe the paperwork would have already been in. See, all this playing around with your marriage, this what y'all get. Stop playing and do what y'all need to do. They're just playing around like it's Monopoly. This is serious business. Child. Yeah, I see PK and Dorit over there. Dorit crying. We don't get to her in a minute. Poor Dorit. So then they talk about Dorit and PK. Of course, PK is showing no signs of any, sadness or woe, and according to Mauricio, but it's the other way around. We see, Dorit wafting away and carrying on, and every time she's in the scene, it's about her and her divorce situation. So both
Yeah,
of them
well,
story about their friends, and I'm like, whoa.
Dorit looks for any dead horse so she can beat it. Okay, that's how I feel. I mean, I do. I'm not discounting that it sucks to get divorced. It's awful to navigate. PK did show his whole entire butt with that
Girl, really?
girl. He really did, and it's not a butt I want to look at
Ooh,
at all. But um, you know, no pun intended. Kyle brought this up in the after show, and it's probably a little bit more appropriate to go into when she starts lamenting. But like PK, she talked about PK being a full-on alcoholic, going to AA, all that kind of stuff. Kyle brought up on the after show, and she said that she had PK's permission to share that and to speak that way or whatever. And PK made it very clear, no, she did not. He felt very betrayed. I'm not like I've quit drinking. He's like, you can talk, that's what I'm comfortable with saying, but labeling somebody that without their consent is just not cool. And if you don't want to get along with them, then call someone that without their consent. It's kind of the same thing. So I don't necessarily believe that Dorit is like as much of I don't I believe that she over dramatizes certain things, and I think that she loves the attention so much she's gonna do whatever she wants with it.
Yeah, she's the fan favorite in this situation.
Oh, is she?
I think so because, well, again, when there's kids involved, she's the custodial parent. And because, like she said, you were away for a month without even talking to the kids, and now you want to file for joint custody, do please. I mean, anybody, whether they live in 90210 or 9008, the whole no shade, but those are two way different zip codes. You know, it doesn't matter if you're not present for the children, don't put on paper that you are. You want to, how about you build up to that? Yes, you're the parent, but you've been away most of their life. So now are you telling me that things are changing? So I think with that, we look at the custodial parent as the more positive factor in the situation, and that he's doing these things that are out of pocket as well. You know, he's flaunting relationships for the whole world wide web internet to see. He's, trying to uh, you know, pretty much play with her mind all of last year, knowing that she's like Kyle, waiting for her man to come back. You know what I'm saying? Even though he did what he did and acts the way he acts, she's been accepting it all this time. He looked bad when he was with her. Now he's glowing up, as some people do. But she's the wreck now. But she's more or less the wreck because her kids are hurt. But I think we see her as the positive in this versus PK, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just tend to kind of like I tend to understand Kyle willing to be a little bit more conservative with like totally ripping down his character because I just get the feeling that it's not quite as drastic as she says. I don't believe it.
And why the hell is Kyle speaking up for him anyway? I thought you was on the REIT side, Kyle.
Well, what if you're friends with both of them and you want it to stay kind of fair? Or you want it to be, or like, what if you have a friend that you see as like over exaggerating and defamating one of your other friend's characters? You
And you
know?
know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not sold that this is exactly the way that Dorit is portraying it. I'm just not. So I'm kind of like watching and observing.
And that's fair. But Kyle's part is not to disparage her friend, Dorit, whom she said last year she was going to help. We're both going through this. Remember that whole conversation to where
Mm-hmm.
Dorit kind of was you know, trying to see if Kyle was really truthful about that. And also Kyle said that she had Dorit's back. Well, it's not having her back when you're disparaging her character in this tumultuous time. Certain things need to be left off camera, like Kyle often does anyway, with things she doesn't want to share. So how about she give Dorit that same grace and stop riding for PK? He's the ops. She's supposed to be the girl's girl. This is why they had an issue and she crying and trying to get out of, having his back last year. She keeps having his back against Dorit. And I don't think it's fair to Dorit. Even if Dorit is putting 20 on 100, it's putting 100 on 20. I just don't think it's fair that Kyle is doing this on camera. At least talk to her off camera. Hey, I was talking to Mauricio and he said, but they all do it. So choose this to do that also. That's all. I'm like, it just don't seem like she had to reach back like she said she would.
Yeah, well, yeah, that I can agree with, but I also like like I said, I just feel like this episode I could understand a little bit more why she's like, you know what? Because I get the feeling too, like the 20 on 10, like she's concerned about going to, I think she still cares for PK as a friend. Let's put it that way. I think she does. And
She
so I don't,
can.
and
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think that she's willing. She has a line. Do I think that they're aligned? No. Does Dorit feel like supported by Kyle? No. But I just don't know how, like, I don't know exactly how much I believe of Dorit because like I said, she annoys me. I've always looked at the way that she's kind of overblown situations or been over dramatic or even talking about stuff. So, I do feel really sad though. It sounds like regardless, the kids are unhappy with what's happening, and that sucks.
I just
So,
don't think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, so PK could do better there. Period.
I agree. I agree. Also, Kyle can do better, but she gets it honest. It starts at home with Kyle since a kid. She had issues with her mama, issues with her sisters, and this it's just transferring into her issues with her friend relationships. She doesn't know how to be a girl's girl. I don't even think she was taught how to. I don't think she practiced that. She just knows how to hide things from other people because it's family business. Just like
Yeah.
that, hide Dorit stuff because it's family business. But again, she doesn't know how. So and she's into this male-centered life where she's putting her husband's feelings before hers. Isn't that part obvious? Not to you, but to the general public. She's putting her man, just like she tried to speak for him 2 seasons ago. Speak for this man and y'all separated. I don't think he would feel that way. Girl, it's a whole lot. You just like you wouldn't think that he would break the agreement that he would tell you before moving out of that 6-month lease, but he didn't do that. Ain't that nothing? Kyle, girl, you need a girls 101 in your big
Well,
old age, in my
how
opinion.
I want to like say this. I don't know. I want to make like I don't know if I can convey. I don't think Kyle feels the same way about Dorit as Dorit's expecting Kyle. Like I think
I agree. I
Kyle's
agree.
done been over Dorit. I don't think Kyle wants to have her back. I don't think Kyle like even wants to necessarily repair the friendship. So I guess if I had to find fault with the most of how Kyle's behaving, it's you need to be honest about how much you want to salvage this relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you really, because I don't get the feeling that you give. I don't think you like Dorit anymore. And that's okay. I don't either. But, Dorit is sitting here thinking you're going to be the committed friend that you were. And then you say that. And so then you're right. Anything you say that's not supporting her, she's going to jump down your throat as she does later. But I
Mm.
don't think you really want to be her friend. So you need to get honest there. Just get real, bitch. you know?
Well, let's go on to Erica and Sutton. You want to? Or you guys?
Sure.
Because
Nope.
we need a different scene, child.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Kyle and Dorit. Kyle and Dorit. Okay, so Erica and Sutton. This is something. After Erica body shamed Sutton, she having massages in Ish with with Erica and Sutton getting massages, child. And and what's the name? Sutton wants to be a lot more sympathetic towards Dorit in this time. She sees that Dorit is whew, going through, child, and now she's empathizing with her. So she not empathize and sympathize, both of them, right? She wants to give her some grace, and also she also wants to, give her some mercy too. So hopefully, like Dorit said in the previous episode, is this handshake for real? Yeah, it's for real, bitch. What you think, Heifer? But yeah, and then Erica feels bad about Tom's position, being in prison, knowing he's not gonna live when he comes out for his sentence. Well, who knows? I mean, who knows? But I could have swore that they said this man got dementia and he won't be doing the things, or he won't be punished like somebody without dementia. That's the part that they ain't talked about, but whatever.
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, and that's another thing. Like, if he's got dementia, he probably won't even really know what the difference is. You know, like, um, I think it's not. She keeps saying it's heartbreaking, and it's like, no, bitch, it's what he deserves. Like, I would be more livid about if you're truly innocent. You're never gonna get to confront him. You're never gonna get to say thanks for ruining my life and leaving me with like lawsuits and legal troubles till I probably, am no longer here. You literally like how could you do this to all these people? Like, you're never going to get any kind of closure in that way about one of the most egregious betrayals, I think, in California legal history. Like, that's what I would really have preferred to hear you say. Like, it's okay to say, yeah, it's really messed up and I'm not over it. That's fair. But, like, it's not heartbreaking, Erica. It's really, really messed up.
Well, I can tell from this conversation, and again, this is my opinion, that Erica knew that her husband Tom was doing something nefarious
Maybe
with
so.
transferring money from his company, not his account, but his
Yeah.
company to her credit card, whatever that account is labeled in the amount of around 25 million over the years.
Right.
I believe in my heart of hearts that she didn't care if it was done proper or improper, whatever that meant to her. So by her saying this, the way she's saying it, yeah, more or less she misses all of what comes with losing more so and than him losing his life. I believe again in my heart of hearts that she didn't care where that money came from as long as the money was coming. And she probably knew, oh well, he'll just put it back. You know how people think, oh, he'll just put it back.
I just think I
Girl,
either feel like it was like willful ignorance, like I will never ask, just give me the money, like,
that too.
but
Mhm.
I also feel like you couldn't get to this stage without some kind of inkling that some things were nefarious. So you may be like, I don't ever want to know the details, but for you to say you had literally zero clue, I just think that either that or you had willful ignorance, one of the two. But it's just shocking to me that at this stage in the game, with him having been convicted and now in prison, that you are yet to like talk about like the level of disgustingness that it was of the vulnerability he took advantage of.
That part. That
And I
part
just I struggle with that to this day because I don't feel like I don't want to hear it's heartbreaking, bitch. It's yeah, for the victims.
for
You
her.
know, so yeah, I mean, so she's yet to word it in a
Sure.
way that I feel satisfied for, and I hate to be reminded because it makes it hard to move on with her. But Bravo's choosing to still platform her, so here we are. But the less empathy you show towards the true victims of this situation, the less I want to watch you because it's not woe is me and it's heartbreaking Tom's going to die in prison. No, he deserves to have been there a long time ago. The only reason he's dying there is because he paid off enough people to get away with it.
That part.
So, that's how I feel. That being said, if she manages to rise up above this and stand on her own 2 feet and continue to earn a living and do whatever, then fine, go ahead. But,
Mm,
you
mm,
know,
mm.
and yeah, this situation's horribly messed up. This is gold digging gone horribly wrong.
You think
you
that's
know?
why? You think that's why Erica has on this black dress?
Seriously.
Old to
Um,
time. Mm,
but I will say this. I do prefer it when her and Sutton are getting along. I do prefer when we see this softer side of Erica. Like I can only take so much bitch ice queen shit from her before I'm like rolling my eyes. Um, so but then again, Sutton really does like to come at Erica when she's down. So I prefer them getting along.
I think Erica should start, if not already, do OnlyFans and get her frustrations out. She looks like the type to me.
Well, Denise is making a lot of money.
Just saying. Just saying. It's not like she'll be recognizable unless she got a tattoo, a scar, a birthmark, something that'll let people know. But in these days, things can be covered up. Certain clothes can be worn. Certain exposure to for the certain parts is what. All I know is I think and she's not afraid. Is what I'm just trying to say. And it's not a dig or shaming because I first of all I don't think prostitution should be illegal. FYI. But yeah, I think she should do OnlyFans and make some
Well,
money. She can she can make a lot. She
yeah,
can make a lot.
I'm sure legal bills need to be paid.
Well, next we have Dorit back with her. She has her parents over, and Jagger, her son, is missing her father because he needs that male
Yeah.
around. Her mother notices she's not taking care of herself in every way possible. And PK does not give her any money and has not given her any money since he's been gone. I think we learned that from that 8-9 page letter she spoke about. And she hears from his attorney about family matters versus him telling her himself. Child.
If that's true that he's not giving her any money, shame on you, PK. You are a piece of crap for that. But especially when you're acting like I'm sure you're throwing something around to these girls that you're entertaining. Um, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, Dorit starts selling some of those labels.
She just went to Hermes and bought.
I mean,
I mean, it ain't like she can't afford anything with her with this check. I know for a fact she can afford what she's doing with this check. Ain't no doubt in my mind. Now, whether that house is okay or not, that's another thing. But she can afford to live off of this check with them 2 kids.
she can.
Downsizing, of course. Go over there and live near. See if Erica got any any listings around the corner.
I
Just saying.
mean, you are the one with the platform now. You are the one with the
I know.
ability to, make more money. There are things you can do. It's unfortunate, you know. Um, I can only imagine this must suck, and especially if you're used to depending on your husband for a certain level of management, this must suck, you know. But you absolutely have the capability, and you absolutely could downsize, and make it a much more manageable situation.
And you know what else? I just thought if they're in talks of this rumored Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip with some folks we never thought would be on, she would make
Yeah.
a great addition. She's relatable. She to everybody. Like her and Rachel can be on there as the fashion girls. She can, get back into her fashion bag. Even if she is wearing some old girl, wear it anyway. They always call it vintage, so it don't matter.
I do not find her relatable, but I know what you mean. No, I listen, she's in the thick of it. She'll be on the other side of this and she'll be all right. Like she's in the thick of it at the moment.
And she can be around some powerful what is the word? Not arrogant, not aggressive. What am I thinking of?
Assertive?
Assertive, thank you. Women
Mhm.
who could help boost up her self-esteem because she's losing it a little bit.
Mhm.
And that's it's normal during these kind of times when she's hurting over her kids. So, during this feels like the kids are feeling bad about it, especially the son. She don't really mention the girl. She may be a little too young to feel the same way, but the boy do, and he's a boy missing that male uh bonding. You know what I'm
Mhm. Yes.
saying? Mm, mm, mm. Well, next we got Kyle taking one of her daughters. Is she Mauricio's?
She is, yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's just two, Alexia and Portia.
Three.
Oh,
There's
the last three. Okay.
yeah, Farah is from a previous relationship, and then it's Alexia, Sophia, and Portia.
Sophia, that's the other one. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Alexia, that's the one's getting married, y'all. So it's a family tradition that they go to Gary's or Gary's, however you pronounce it, to do their bridal shopping, right? Bridal.
Yep, to
That's what I got it
register
from.
for the good stuff, for the china,
Girl,
for the
that's what
for
I'm
the
saying.
things.
So it's a family tradition. The women in the family. She didn't say Nikki or Paris did it, but she did mention her sisters did it, and yeah. So they want to keep the tradition in the family, and of course they'll probably get a good, cute little discount since this is the first time we've seen them actually. So from what I recall, these last 11, 15 seasons, girl, I never seen this show, but anyway. Yeah, so they're going, and then she says Sutton is going to meet with them, and also the new girl Amanda, who bought Kyle's old house. I think that's the one that that robbed, right?
She got robbed?
Remember they took all her bags and stuff from
Oh,
the
at
house.
that house, Kyle's house. Yes, I
Was
think
that the
so.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was the
So,
house.
so we're gonna meet the new girl Amanda, and she bought Kyle's old house, and she's also getting married soon. So she said, "Okay, I want to go see what's going on over there too. I got some coins."
Right.
And so it's going to be Kyle, Alexia, Sutton, and Amanda. And we meet Amanda, and she all right, she all right.
Yeah.
I know Sutton was just happy to be there because she's trying to get up Kyle. Anybody last name Hilton, that's where Sutton want to be. I believe she's a brown noser. It's all good. Do you, Sutton? But I just think she'd rather be there than anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Just for the cloud
Yeah.
of it.
Mhm. I think
Mhm.
so too.
And what else happened, child? Let's talk, right? I ain't getting no big to do out of it.
No, they just invited the new girl to join the caftan. The
Oh
art lesson, I
yeah,
believe. So that was all.
Jennifer's
They're just
art party.
yeah,
Yes.
just introducing the new lady into the group.
So then we get a cute little scene with Bose and her daughter Lael. I think she's 16 or 17 years old. And
Mhm.
Bose is just checking in, okay, your 16th birthday party was this, that, and the third. I noticed this, that, and the third was going on. What's going on? Hey. So Lael had to let her know, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just hanging, people doing, oh, did she say people were doing some pot or something? I
I
kind
did
of got
not.
the gist of it, but I couldn't really tell what she was saying.
Me neither.
I'm like,
I don't
oh,
know. I don't know if I don't. I think I thought she meant were people like talking to each other, were they hitting on each other? I don't even know. It was a cute little scene. She's got a beautiful daughter, but that was
yeah.
it. It was like a smooth fast forward kind of thing, as Alex would say.
Now, one thing I liked was, and I agree with both, don't let me get proposed to and my nails ain't did.
Oh
Girl,
yeah.
no, I need to be right. The hair gonna be on point, so we ain't gotta talk about that. The fit is gonna be right. We ain't gotta talk about that. But my nails, girl, make sure because I know he's gonna involve you. So you make sure that if you go tell me to make sure my nails is done, then that may give Bose the sense. But all she said was, "Don't have me getting proposed to, and I need to feel. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't blame you because you want things to be right."
Mhm. She did also make it clear though, if she doesn't approve, there's going to be a problem because
That part.
she wants to marry this man. I hope that he is all that he seems. There are very few that are. That's my only thing I got to say about that.
Yes. And make sure that nup is nupping, because must we say the name?
Yep.
Must we go down the rabbit hole of he want to be a bad bitch.com?
Yeah.
We know who they are, and the list is growing, y'all.
By the minute.
The list is growing. Okay, so now we back to another uplifting, an uplifting event, child. Jennifer, she always come with some shenanigan. That's appreciated, though. I
Yep.
appreciate this. It's called Jennifer's Drip and Draw Party. The ladies are invited. They're getting their, sip on, and again, Amanda comes in, and of course Dorit is giving a little sorrow, but in the beginning it's all good. They're getting to know Amanda, and then Jennifer mentions how she looks like she's dressed from 1985 with all of the drip jewelry, and then Amanda says, "Oh, that's the year I was born." Girl, everybody look at her like, "Bitch, what, are you old enough to be here?" 85. And she has four children. The oldest two are her stepchildren. And then in the confessional, Bo says, "Oh no, no one calls my child their child. I am their mother, her mother, and her only mother. Thank you." Okay, Bowles. All right. We see how you feel.
Mhm.
But luckily you don't have to. I mean, I don't want to say luckily because he did pass away. I don't mean to say it like that, but luckily she doesn't want to have that problem because
Nope.
he ain't here. May he forever rest in his eternal sleep. Amen. But yeah, Bowles, you could have, when not said that because that will never apply to you. So, it is what it is. But yeah, so, but it didn't stop them from having a good time. So they walk outside, with their bags and anticipating drawing the bowl of fruit that sits before them in their seats. But Jennifer lets them know that's not what you drawing. Yeah, get ready for the dick. Get ready for the dick and get ready for the dick. And everybody gets ready for the dick. It's dick galore for everybody.
Mhm.
Now, when I say dick galore, I just mean the multiples. I don't know what they look like. They didn't show it. Just saying. It was just multiple dicks aligned because there's multiple paint stations. That's what I meant by dick galore. And they had a great time. They showed the paintings. They need some practice. Maybe they should have started with some crayons or something. I don't know, child. A graphic something on the computer. Woo. But anywho, they had a great time. But again, talking about Dorit, PK is blocking the kids from going on to Florida with her parents. But then they were like, "Well, girl, listen." Bowles was trying to get her. Bowles, Erica, Rachel, maybe some other people chimed in, was trying to get her. Girl, let him go because he ain't gonna do what he say he gonna do. But then Kyle is there trying to rescue PK. Maybe that's not what he's trying to do. So Kyle feels a little, you know, she feels like, why won't Dorit listen to me like she's listening to the other ladies?
Well, they all
Because
were.
you ain't saying nothing that she want to hear.
Well, yeah, but she was suggesting the same thing that everybody else was. So,
Was she?
yes, she was. She and Bose were saying the exact same thing of let meet PK a certain, level in, and she lashed out at Kyle and said the whole, my babies say they don't want to see the whole thing. So, you know, I
That's
mean,
right, she did.
she
It's how
did.
she said it though that made it seem a little
I
weird.
just think that Dorit feels betrayed by Kyle not coming to her defense fully, period. You know?
Yeah,
And it's like, you know, I do think Kyle is conservative when it comes to allowing Dorit to rip PK a new one. And that's the truth. So, I do think Dorit feels betrayed by Kyle. How much we all think Kyle owes Dorit,
hmm,
whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit of a tricky thing, but it's obvious that Dorit, yeah, like, I think Kyle's trying to be like, I am supporting you, but I'm not going to let you like totally slander, somebody I still care about. But like, if I feel a certain way about my ex and my friend like won't totally back me up, I don't know how I'd react. Maybe I'd be like, well, then piss off too. I don't know. You know,
Mm.
it is obvious Kyle is not fully allowing Dorit to have free reign of her opinion, though. And that is upsetting Dorit.
Yeah, I think we all want Kyle to show a lot more support and no support. Keep that to yourself. Don't try
Ah,
and be the voice of reason because you also feel like you need to say something in support of PK. Just don't. Everything don't need to be said right now. Keep it to yourself. Kyle, if you listen, watch and listen. If anybody, Alexia, Sophia, Portia, or the other one, just listen. If y'all listening, tell your mama she don't always have to say everything, especially since they ran her up a new one last year on her lack of support for her friend.
if
Just
she really doesn't believe in what Dorit's saying, though, I mean, I am not on the board with Dorit gets to say whatever and without any pushback. So I'm just observing right now. Let's put it that way. I'm still in the incubation stage.
okay. How about not on camera though?
Well,
If you want to disagree with her, don't do don't do it on camera. Say, listen, I have your back, but I this is what I know about the situation. Do you really think that blah 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 blah? Just do it off camera because when she's on camera giving the same that she gave last year, contradicting what she said on the couch at reunion, it seems like whose team are you playing for? That's all. Just don't do it on camera. She pick and choose everything else. I'm with you. If she don't believe her, it's a time and a place, and it's important now. It's important to give her friend all the support on camera because she's so into the cameras every year. But what about the cameras? The cameras see this. We do this for the show. Okay, well, support your friend for the show.
yeah, like I said, I need a little more time into the season before I'm ready to.
Yeah, it's only episode 2.
Yeah,
We got
yep,
to a March.
yep.
Shit, girl. Well, listen, me and you on camera, don't be talk to me offline.
You got it. You got it. We having this discussion. Yes.
And if you don't want to say something about you, if you think I'm bullshitting, just don't say it. Hold my hand, hug me. Oh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be
Okay.
all right, right. It's gonna be, girl. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get what you need. The kid's gonna be okay. I'll babysit. Tell me what I want to hear. I'm hurt. Dorita's hurt, y'all.
Yeah,
Dorita's hurt.
she
She
needs some
needs
soup.
your undivided attention and 100% support. Stop contradicting that woman on TV.
She needs some soup. Yep.
Girl, bread, a sandwich. Uh, she need one of my salads and not just vegetables. You know how I do it.
Yes.
You know how you seen what I'm working with. I'm just saying. She would come over here for about 3 weeks. She'd be all right. Bring the kids too. It's plenty of room. And then at the end, Kyle talks to Erica about things, and it was a
Oh yes.
beautiful scene. But you got anything about that?
I may have an unpopular opinion,
Oh,
but
like I
I
do.
well, I'm willing. Look, I was satisfied with Kyle's explanation to Erica. I'm okay with it. Everyone listen, first of all, you don't have to out yourself if you're not ready. I do think we all were looking at her sideways because that music video was very provocative.
Yeah.
Um, and she was with Morgan all the time. She was dressing like Morgan. We're half of us were expecting her to go start Real Housewives of Nashville. Um, you know, but I also respect the fact that it takes none of us should be forcing a person to make a statement about their sexuality. That
Right.
is wrong.
Right.
People are allowed to come to terms with, and as open and evolved as our society has become, there is still a huge backlash. This administration does not like gay people, does not like letter folk. When you live
Shame
in,
on them.
yes, elite Beverly Hill, you just there's a myriad of reasons why that is your own personal business, and I'm sure it's not easy to just be completely like that's an identity not crisis, but like it's a big moment, right?
Yeah.
And if you have someone that you have unexpectedly fallen in love with and they don't want you to talk about the relationship, they want to keep it private, of course. I wouldn't any of us, as Erica agreed, we would do what they asked. We would protect them. We would say, okay, I won't. I think that they got to a breaking point because the two things could not continue to exist. If
Mm-hmm.
Kyle was dating Morgan, whether Kyle talked about it or was open or whatever, people would be all over everything Morgan does. They'd
Mm-hmm.
be anytime that they saw a whisper of Kyle, there'd be whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's ridiculous that Morgan, girl, you want to be a famous musician? You want to be a musician? You want to be a working musician? Like your personal life will be somewhat up for fodder, you know? But also, reality TV, they go through your skeletons like bones. They dig up the grave. They go and do a
Literally.
DNA sample on the bones. They go and
Mm-hmm.
look up your family tree. They go and hide in
Mm-hmm.
your dumpster. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
insane the level of scrutiny that
Yeah.
is people feel entitled to with reality people. So, it just I was satisfied with the explanation. I get it. You were stuck. You fell in love. It was a big old thing. You would have been more open about the relationship, but you were asked not to, and now I really do believe the relationship is now over.
I want Kyle to be happy, and I too echo your sentiment. I want Kyle to be happy. I want Kyle to um, live in the truth. I always hear people say, my truth, my truth. Sometimes my truth is not the truth. I want
Yeah.
Kyle to live in the truth. And and of course, as I mentioned before, she picks and chooses what she wants to put on air. Continue to do that. It ain't like you haven't been doing it since season one. And sometimes you'll blow up and blurt something out like you have done in previous seasons. But it's important to maintain your integrity and also the privacy of your partner, whoever that may be.
Mhm.
So we all will respect it, but it's up for Kyle to deliver the message to us instead of leaving it up for us to speculate.
This
It's
was
not
well,
fair that we have to speculate when she's not uh, telling us what she really needs to tell us is something similar to what I said. Whatever, just say something definite so that no one is speculating.
I don't
And
think
she put
she
it out there. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, she was saying like I'm not ready to say yet. I'll let you know. And I feel like this is the
Okay.
time. I feel like this is the time. Like if she tried to go another season and not say anything, um I think everybody would have been like, "Dude, you know what I mean?" I think I can accept that we have it now. I can move on. I can thank you
Mm-hmm.
for speaking on it. You know, I like I said, that's why I just said I'm satisfied. You explained it. You were really for this person. They didn't want you talking about it. You would have been more public. You played the game. I think over the summer they broke up. You know, because Kyle was seen in Europe on tour with Morgan. I think things ended, and now she's able to kind of give it closure because she can say, "I was in a relationship and it's over." You know, and she doesn't have the fear of losing that person anymore.
I could say a whole lot. I but what I will continue to say is, Kyle, do you, boo? Do you, whatever that is, whatever, however it is. Keep family first, and doggone it, file for divorce, and stop letting that man have more of uh your emotional integrity than you have for yourself. How about that? Deal with that husband of yours. Put some focus on that and stop pushing it behind every thing that happens in your life. You women, you and women alike, but you know how to multitask. Handle that. Thank you. I think that's all I got.
It's the same. Yeah, yeah.
Look at this. He know what he doing. Let me stop. I keep going back to it. I keep going back to it.
Yeah, it's
He know
divorce
what he
shenanigans.
doing.
That's what we're in. We're in divorce shenanigans.
Girl, it's a shame. Now, wait. So Amanda's getting with somebody. Who else getting married? Bowles is getting with somebody. And then you got Sutton, who is taking out
Annulled.
the Lamb's Book of Life.
Yep.
Oh Lord. Is anybody married? Happily?
No.
Kathy?
Kathy is. Jennifer has a boyfriend she loves.
Yes.
Oh, Amanda is about to get married, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, I
okay.
got her.
Yep.
But married right now is just Kathy.
Yep.
Rich heifers of Hollywood, like I said, rich heifers.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. Because Kathy ain't she just a friend like Jennifer.
Yeah.
So she don't
Yeah.
even count.
Dorit and Kyle are still married, just not happily.
Girl. She is happy she's still married. How about that?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because we see it seems a little different now. Yeah, this season.
Cal, get a backbone, mama. We love you for real, for real. No matter how much we tear you a new one, we care about you because we are girls, and we don't like to see men take advantage of women who period. So okay, I think I'm done for real, for real.
All right, we got it
Until
out.
episode
Shook
3.
that leg out.
Girl, I'm still be talking my shit when we go off. I know that. Well, y'all, sorry again for the technical difficulties. Um, it looks like possibly a fourth of the show started late, or we don't know, but we've been recording. Right now we're at 1 hour, 32 minutes and counting. So hopefully when we're done streaming and then it's posted for for the replay gang, hopefully it'll give you all of the time that we've been talking. So with that being said, let's find out where Erin is when she ain't talking ish with me, y'all.
Catch me on Facebook, Psychic Aaron Boyd, and you can also catch me on Instagram and Threads, Psychic_ELB. Hit me up in the DMs if you'd like to get a psychic reading.
And thank you again, Erin, for your patience with all of this. Hopefully, next time we won't have these issues when we come back.
Anytime, my friend. I always am appreciative that you make me a part of your platform. So I'm here to be flexible.
And y'all, when the When you subscribe, make sure the bell is black. That means you get all the notifications, even when YouTube is tripping or streaming or
Right.
whoever's tripping. No matter what, you're gonna get the notification. And don't forget to like it. And if there's a hype button somewhere around there, go ahead and click on that button. Appreciate it. Thanks. See you next time. Bye, y'all.